coach.
It seemed like you guys were the tone setters emotionally. How was the challenge of being able to channel all the emotions of tonight and kind of direct it into your play?
Well, for me, the biggest thing was just going out on a strong note. Like I said in the little presser yesterday, this is a team that punked us last time we played. And so I just knew, obviously, at the end of the day, sometimes you play your best basketball and you still lose. Like, it just doesn't come out the right way. But I knew that going into this, I wasn't going to let it happen that way. I wasn't going to let us get punked in front of our home crowd after, all the improvements and just consistency we showed at home this year. Like, I made sure that, that was my whole approach. Was I'm like, they're not getting us on the glass this game. And so it was more or less almost working backwards more than, I hope it goes right. I was almost kind of in like a, this isn't going to be, like, we're not going out sorry kind of deal.
For either of you, just what do you have to do against a defense that plays as aggressively as Rutgers does?
So we kind of failed at it in the first half with 10 turnovers, but the biggest thing is just trying to match their physicality, not let them jump passing lanes, just being sure on every pass you make, and just not letting them speed us up, which we definitely fell victim to. But then in the second half, we did a better job responding and kind of adapting to that pressure. Obviously, they're arguably the best defensive team in our country, in our conference. One of the best in the country as well. But, even with that 10 turnovers, just how we were scoring, I knew if we just took care of that, this game was going to take care of itself.
Keisei, I know it was a kind of cold shooting start for you, but when they cut it to 6 late in the game, you scored 10 straight points. I guess, what did that mean to you to be able to step up at that moment when your team needed you?
Obviously I couldn't hear any, first half, from 3-point area. But, I just keep moving, keep cutting her. So that's what paid me off at that moment of the game, and then I hit the big three and 1-2. So, I think I just gotta, keep moving like that, to let the game come to me, I just gotta wait the moment to come, come to me.
Keisei, what did today mean to you, your final game here at Nebraska, and to Josiah as well?
Yeah, it meant to me a lot to me, play here for 3 years, from the amazing fun, amazing crowd, I'll never forget this moment in my life.
Yeah, for me, obviously, I've only, I only got to play here for 1 year, but, my heart's been here since I was a little kid. And so to be able to go out that right way and just really have it just kind of unfold the way it did, just me, getting to play my some of my best basketball, at least just to playing my best, just with my hustle, just because, I've been very inconsistent this season, and so I'm happy I was able to show up for us tonight and just kind of get that momentum, not leave a sour taste in our mouth about, going whatever it would be 10-1 at home. And so, I'm definitely going to remember, especially because up until obviously this year, I thought my last game in PBA was going to be a loss in the semifinals in high school. So I'm happy now I can officially know that my last game here is a dub.
Josiah, what went through your mind when Keisei was going on his little run there, especially with that logo 3?
Oh, I was just excited for him. I know how hard he works and how much pride he takes in it, and especially just the respect that he's drawn from teams. You can't leave him regardless of how he played the last game. You can't. That's not somebody that you can be like, all right, he's on. He's kind of getting iced down now. He's not going to be a factor. And so just for him to play, the Keisei basketball that basically everyone had told me about when I first got here, you're not going to really I know he's a good shooter, but there's a whole different level he takes it to when he's in the zone. And so just being able to go out on that high note for him, I was almost just, happy and excited as a fan, just kind of getting to watch him work in his element.
Double-digit win, and you didn't have a field goal in the last 6 minutes. Defensively, you guys, what was working for you tonight?
Wow, I did not know that, but felt like it. But, it's just kind of like a testament to this team. We're not a team that relies solely on just outscoring everybody, like a Kentucky or like Auburn or somebody that just tries to really just get it and go. And, if they score 100, they'll be safe. But if they have to play down in like the 70s, and they're screwed. Like we have the potential to be, an elite defensive team. Like I remember seeing something where it was like we had like the number 1 defense from like January 31st up until, I don't know, obviously probably until we lost the other day. But, like this is a team where, we spend a lot of time in practice. We've sacrificed a lot. We've put a major investment into being a good defensive team in the offseason. And just with the type of system it is and, the new guys we have, just gelling together, everyone understanding, different people's kind of reactions or, their ability to recover and things like that have really just allowed us to continue to grow over the course of the season. And I'm glad that, we're finding our footing on that side of it, kind of when it matters most. And so, obviously there's times when, we're able to really just get it and go and burn teams, but, you got to be able to win ugly, especially if you're going to make any kind of noise in March or, in the tournament. Like, you can't expect to just be you can't just set the roof on fire every single game. So being able to fall back on our defense is something that the coaches have been preaching since day one.
Joe, how good was Jawan? He also had a double-double in the monster dunk there too before that.
No, that was awesome. I mean, we both just take a lot of pride in just being those crashers. It's kind of why I'm sporting the fur coat. I wore it today just because I knew I was gonna just come with a little flair today, regardless. And I'm like, I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, baby. I'm on. What you think? And Juan's the same way. I'm sure if I would have had a second one, I'm sure he'd be wearing his today too. But yeah, I mean, we both just love finding those extra possessions, doing that little scrappy work. And so I'm also just excited for him that he kind of got to leave PBA playing the way that he's known for, and kind of leaving on that high note.
You get the coat recently, or a recent purchase, the coat, or
yeah, I got it for like $70 on Amazon. Yeah, it was a great deal, but you got to order. It's like a triple XL because it's like I think it's like from China, and so like the sizes are different. But yeah, it's a pretty good deal.
We'll finish with the players.
Let's end on that.
Coach, Japanese meal with Keisei outside.